Hello, everybody. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone, and welcome back to another Powerskate Show episode, Season 5, Episode 12. A lot of coaching news to get to this episode, along with our 2022 NHL Mock Drafts. Hey, this is the first broadcast we've done since the Avalanche defeated the Lightning in Game 6, winning the franchise's third ever Stanley Cup. But without further ado, let's introduce Alex Stossel and let's get into a great episode.
Let's go! How's it going, everyone? Brand new episode of your favorite popcorn. Just grab your popcorn podcast, the Powerskate Show. And I did not set up my mic, but that's okay. Anywho, welcome to another edition of the Powerskate Show. You know, since we're a few hours away from 4th of July, I gotta rep my American flag headband and also my Memorial Day flag that I got from the Caps game on the day when Ovechkin got his 767th goal, and also my Aberdeen Ironbirds community Heroes Night that they wore every Sunday. So hey, I'm all pumped for 4th of July tomorrow.
Yes. Have a good 4th of July. 4th of July edition of Powerskate. Didn't we have a 4th of July one last year too?
I don't remember.
I think so. I don't know.
But last time I checked, we're gonna do a quick scan really fast. So if you guys are watching, just bear with us as we move forward. We will get back. So last time I checked for oh my god, we got a ton of good episodes, and not to mention we'll wrap out the crickets going forward. So the last time was the day after. We always do Canada Day editions.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. We do Canada Day editions. That's right. Well, delayed Canadian edition, I guess, Canada Day edition.
Yeah. But happy Canada Day to our fellow Canadians. So let's do advertising. You know the drill. You got to follow the Powerskate Show official. We're still keeping the name. We're still going to say it again because a ton of people making Powerskate Instagrams, keeping the logo the way it is, and just whatever that we screenshot on our posts. So this is the official Powerskate Show Instagram for everyday sports news. So yeah. But most importantly...
never mind. Never mind.
Right. Were you trying to say something or?
Nah, never mind. I thought I had something, but I guess I don't.
Okay, anywho. Follow the Fluster Sports Zone official page, Fluster Sports Zone 2, for daily sports coverage with NFL, NHL, NBA, and MLB, or even just some funny stuff like we always do on the Powerskate Show Instagram. But
well, yeah, 1,000th post is coming tonight, tomorrow, eventually.
Who's the lucky 1,000?
Yep, we're gonna get 1,000 posts.
I wonder who's gonna be the lucky 1,000th post.
Who's gonna be the lucky team or player? To be determined on that one, I guess.
Yes. Hopefully it's a hockey post.
We'll see.
All right, so I guess we'll get this thing started. We got some good news. We got some crickets. We got some rounds of applause. But Grant, we got
news.
But yeah,
this is like the first week of the off season where you're getting a lot of coaching news. You're getting a lot of pre-draft trades. We're kind of in that phase. We're getting a few re-signings before free agency starts. We still got quite a bit to recap, though.
Yeah. So, but we have to give a team a round of applause. Congratulations to the Colorado Avalanche.
There you go, man. 1-6. Congrats to Captain Gabriel Landeskog, Conn Smythe winner Cale Makar, and the rest of that Avalanche team. There will be no three-peat. Good for Colorado. The city earned that championship, and they all had a great time at the parade based off of what I saw. They all had a great time during the championship parade, so a round of applause to them.
And I will give the crickets to the security guard for thinking that Bowen Byram is a fan.
Yeah, that was rough. But yet again, he just turned 21, so he just made it over the fact that, he could be actually partying, drinking up a storm, and, doing all that stuff. He dodged the bullet that the finals wasn't in, April, basically.
And also, Byram's birthday was like 4 days after they won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, it was 4 days after? I thought it was a little before then, but yeah.
I don't know. I know it's super recent, but...
Yeah, I knew it was around the time the parade happened, and everyone on social media was going crazy, Byram can, actually drink and stuff because he's 21 now. That's crazy to think about, though.
But we gotta get the real crickets to Mr. Nick Ube-Kubel.
You had the cup for
Hold on, Grant, quiet. I gotta give another crickets to Curtis McDermott because we saw the video falling down with the Stanley Cup.
Oh yeah, you fell.
All right, Grant, continue what you're going to say.
I mean, you had the cup for 15 minutes and you already put a dent into it. Is that a world record for quickest dent cup ever?
Yes.
Literally, come on. I get you're celebrating and stuff, but the fact that they've dent the cup 3 times already, it's wild. It's wild what they're partying over there in Colorado. I can't say they deserve it. I just feel bad for the trophy people who are going to have to, fix it before next year.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time that we saw a broken Stanley Cup? The Tampa Bay Lightning.
That's right, last year where it was literally half a trophy.
And we were thinking it was either Pat Maroon or someone who's been partying hard, probably a young guy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I would like to give another cricket to Corey Perry.
Oh!
Third straight Stanley Cup final with his third different team. I'm telling you, Marian Hossa showed you in the late 2000s that if you leapfrog to the team that won the cup the year before, you are doomed and you are not winning. Corey Perry should have just realized that, hey, it wasn't going to work.
Do you know what's next? He's going to Colorado.
Oh, yeah, he's going to go to Colorado, and then they're going to lose in the finals next year. And oh, my God. I mean, Corey Perry should just retire. I mean, he already has a Hall of Fame career. I don't know why he needs to keep going. He's already won a cup, too, so. Rough going there.
Yes. Good thing that we gave him the crickets. But Timmy Liljegren signed a 2-year, $1.4 million AAV.
This is interesting. I don't know if it's going to be a sign and trade or not, but I think Timothy Liljegren has a chance. As a young defenseman, he has the chance to do really well. I mean, obviously, he only recorded 1 career point in his first 2 seasons, but last year, appearing in 61 games, got 23 points in 61 games. He honestly wasn't terrible. Again, as a first-round draft pick from 2017, you probably expected him to get a bigger contract, but yet again, last year was his first true year getting NHL experience. So we'll see what Liljegren does after these 2 years. I mean, this is going to determine whether he gets a huge payday or he continues to bounce around the league getting 1 2-year contracts, not worth a whole lot.
Yes. Yeah, I've heard that Ludwig might get like a sign and trade.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's up with Toronto within the next few weeks or a few days. Grant, we got our nostalgia of the weeks.
Ooh.
Give it up for your Class of 22 Hockey Hall of Fame.
And I look at this picture and I say, wow, there's a grand total of 0 Stanley Cups on my screen. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that ruthless. Congratulations, Roberto Luongo, Daniel Alfredsson, and Daniela Hendricks-Sedin. At least 3 of the 4 players, I did not like you back in 2011, to say the least. However, I will acknowledge that you guys had Hall of Fame careers. And, I mean, yeah, this is just – it's awesome to see the Sedin twins get in the Hall of Fame at the same time with Luongo. That's going to make Canuck fans really happy. Daniel Alfredsson's a stud. I don't know why he didn't get in the Hall of Fame last year. He probably should have been. He's the greatest player in Ottawa Senators history, and he pretty much owns every single record over there point-wise. So, I mean, yeah, congrats to these 4. I absolutely deserve it, all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. These 4 players were like the first few players that I watched them when I was little.
Right.
Watched Alfredsson in 2009 and started knowing Luongo and the Sedin guys back in 2010 at the start of the 10 and 11 season. And I mean, it was great watching them growing up.
Absolutely, these are like the true nostalgias, right? Because these are the legends that we grew up watching. It's not like some random player like Vernon Fiddler or like Tomo Rutu or whatever.
Or
those are nostalgias, but or like Alex Semin even. Like those are good players, but they aren't the Hall of Fame caliber players, unlike these guys. And yeah, I was a huge fan of Alfredsson and especially Luongo on his second stint with the Panthers. I was really hoping he would have the Panthers beat the Islanders in that 2016 series. I thought that would have been great for hockey. The Panthers would have 5 less years on their playoff drought. But congrats to all 4 of these players. I'm a huge Alfredsson guy. I like Roberto Luongo as well. Sedin twins. Never really cheered for them, but I will not discredit their talent. Amazing players to watch. So awesome. They were drafted 1 and 2. They, when it was their last ever regular season game, they both got standing ovation out of the Rogers Center. That was one of the most powerful moments in hockey history, I think. Great moments between all these guys.
Yes. So now we got some OHL news or Memorial Cup news. We've been covering the Memorial Cup this year. First time. So the Bulldogs have defeated the Shawinigan Cataracts 3-2 in overtime as Canadiens prospect Jan Mysak scored the overtime game winner as they play against the St. John Sea Dogs in the Memorial Cup final.
Well, there you go.
Next. Duclair, so I've heard that he's out 6 to 8 months, I believe.
Yep.
So
I've heard he's not going to come back till midway through the regular season at earliest.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, off-season training and you tear your ACL, that just sucks.
Okay, so Grant, I hope you're happy. Kevin Fiala to LA.
I am pretty happy about this. Fiala got 85 points in 82 games last year, getting his career high in assists with 52, and that is 21 more assists than his original career high. Fiala is an assist machine. He is the type of guy that the Kings needed to complete their last 2 lines. You lose a winger in Dustin Brown, you gain a significantly younger player in Kevin Fiala who's going to bring that energy on the same line with guys like Anze Kopitar. the Kings, they've kind of always lacked a top two-line winger for a couple of years now, and they've done well developing their bottom six, but they needed that one extra power guy to, kind of get them over the top. How could they be a team like Edmonton in the playoffs next year? How could they be a team like Calgary or Dallas or whatever? It's those teams that are good in the Western Conference. Not necessarily I'm saying could, defeat Colorado, per se, in the playoffs, but how could you advance further in the playoffs? Getting a guy like Fiala helps the Kings do that, obviously. He's going to probably be playing first-line minutes, I would imagine. Expect a very Tyler Toffoli type role out of Fiala in his years to come with the Kings. As for Minnesota, I mean, great. You get a mid-round, first-round pick. You get a decent prospect defenseman, and you save salary cap. You can potentially now re-sign Matthew Dumba. Both teams win in the end. Obviously, the Kings get the better end of the deal. But Minnesota, honestly, with how slammed they were against salary cap, this wasn't a bad move for them either. They still got a first-round pick this year out of it.
So what that means is that you could re-sign Marco Rossi.
That as well.
Yeah. Speaking of
Fiala.
Fiala.
All those young guys.
Yeah. Speaking of Fiala, 7-year, $7.9 million deal.
And like I was saying, expect him to be on the first line for a while. Definitely.
When Kopitar retires.
Yeah. I mean, his points may decrease a little bit when Kopitar retires, but I still think Kopitar won't retire for another probably 3 to 4 seasons at minimum if he continues to play at the high rate he can. I mean, remember, Fiala, he's been in the league since 2014-15, and he's only 25. And Kopitar, he's been in the league since 2007, and honestly, he's only 34. You expect Kopitar to continue to play. I know he looks much older, but you expect Kopitar to play until he's at least 38, 39, meaning by the time Kopitar retires, you're only going to have about 2 years left on this deal. And Fiala, he's going to only be 32 by the time this contract expires. There is still room for Fiala to play well in Los Angeles and to get another payday after this contract in due time in 2029. So keep in touch there. Or the Kings resign before then. You never know.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah, very excited about Fiala going to LA.
So Canucks left wing Nikolai Goldeben is seeking an iron return to the NHL after his KHL contract ends after the 2022-23 season.
I mean, he wasn't a terrible player in the NHL. I mean, 46 points in 125 games with some mediocre Sharks and Canucks teams aren't really going to wow anybody. But I do think he could fit on a bottom six somewhere. I mean, no question. I mean, I would rather have a solid KHL player than like an average AHL player, if that makes sense. And Goldman, he fits the perfect role of a nice bottom six speedster you could have on your team, especially for a team like Colorado, like Tampa Bay, playoff caliber teams like the Rangers, playoff caliber teams that need to sign someone to a really cheap 1-2 year contract. That's what Goldman's going to be looking for after next year, and I do expect him to do really well in the KHL again. Remember, this guy was a first-round pick.
Really?
Yeah, he was. He's only 26.
What year?
2014. Drafted 27th overall by the Sharks in 2014. And he's only going to be 27 by the time he comes back over. I mean, people have played across season, have come back to the NHL way older than 27. So Goldman's, I still think there's a chance for him to return to the NHL.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Kovalchuk was going back and forth in his late 30s for crying out loud.
That's what I was going to say. At least this is not a Ilya Kovalchuk scenario.
Right.
Because for that, Goldman only played one game in 1920, so this is recent. At least he's not like, he didn't leave like, I'm going to throw off a random year. 2014. I'm just saying.
Right.
2014,
yeah, and then you're trying to make a
he's
comeback to the league after all that time off. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Alright, so next, I'd say we should give someone a round of applause who sadly passed away recently. Jim Pappin, 2-time Stanley Cup champion. We'll give him a round of applause.
Played with the Maple Leafs, won the 2 cups there. He was primarily remembered as a Blackhawk. He also played on the Golden Seals and the Barons.
Golden Seals Barons nostalgia of the week for the team.
Yeah, 1970s hockey with the North Stars and the Atlanta Flames and the Kansas City team. What were they called?
The Scouts.
They moved to New Jersey. The Scouts. Good teams. And obviously the Whalers and the Nordiques. Cue the brass.
Wait. Hey Grant, can you repeat what did you just say?
Cue the brass bonanza.
Uh-oh.
Because we have no Hurricanes news, so whatever. We'll do it anyway.
Yeah. Since you said the word
I said the word Whalers and we have no other Hurricane posts this week, we're going to roll with it. But yeah, rest in peace to Jim Pappin, man. Really good hockey player. Seemed like a nice guy off the ice, I'm sure. He'll be missed.
Next. Give it up for the St. John Sea Dogs. So the Sea Dogs are your 2022 Memorial Cup champions for the first time since 2011. As they defeat the Bulldogs 6-3. And next, William Dufour, Islanders prospect, has won the Memorial Cup MVP as he racked up with 6 goals and 6 points in 3 Memorial Cup games.
There you go. I mean, the Islanders, they're another team that's got a lot of young talent on that bottom 6. They're basically trying to do what the Kings were doing. Playoff caliber team, kind of going like a quick 2-year, not necessarily a rebuild, but a retool, and then go back to the playoff push. And, you're averaging 6 points in 6 games. Don't matter what hockey league that's in. That's just straight up impressive.
Yeah. All right. We'll get to the main event in a second, but do you know who's back? Which we'll give him a notable nostalgia of the week. But our true nostalgia of the week is coming soon. Craig Anderson is sticking around with Buffalo.
A lot of people on Twitter were upset about this because a lot of people on Twitter want they want to throw a lot of money at Jack Campbell. I know a lot of Sabre fans that are desperate for Jack Campbell. And listen, I will say Craig Anderson at 41 years old, I don't know what you're going to get out of him. If I'm being brutally honest, out of the Heritage Classic, I do not remember watching a Sabres game this year where Craig Anderson started. And I'm assuming he wasn't great. He wasn't terrible. He was probably better on the Capitals the year before, but whatever.
God knows.
Craig Anderson, Capitals legend. Anyway.
Hey, wait. Since you mentioned the Capitals, this dude barely played. Did I hardly ever see him touch the ice. I'll be happy. I'll be gladly tell you his stats.
I'm about to say, Anderson did not play much last year out of the
that is correct.
Classic.
That is correct. 4 games, 2 wins, 1 loss.
And a pull.
Yes. So this dude, alright, so this dude is just wearing his shades. I don't have shades in my room. He's just like, Coach Laviella, when are you gonna play me?
He's riding the backup cap. Just ignore the fact this is a Devil's hat. He's riding the pine. He's sitting there just like, okay. I'm 42 years old, so I can technically, be a leader in this locker room. I mean, literally, Anderson just stole $1.5 million from the Sabres. I mean, what was the point in bringing him back? It's only a 1-year deal, but I do not see any reason in bringing Craig Anderson back.
And do you want to know the famous Craig Anderson for the Capitals? Is when the Capitals won in Game 1 in overtime. It was not offside.
It wasn't offsides, but then Craig Smith, the wraparound happened and ended your franchise. So
Yeah, the poverty franchise.
I love that.
You ended our poverty franchise.
Shout out to Sean.
Yeah.
Anyway, no more Craig Anderson slander. But yeah, I'm very surprised though. At 41 years old, I don't know why you re-sign a backup goalie, but.
All right, so Adam Gaudette. So the Senators will release Gaudette as the team will not qualify his RFA and will become a free agent this offseason. Or next week.
When Adam Gaudette, man, this guy, sky was the limit with this guy on the Canucks. He had a nice 1920 season. He gets traded to the Blackhawks, and he just hasn't been the same player. Remember, he was traded in a 1-for-1 swap with Matthew Highmore, who also hasn't done great with Vancouver. But, yeah, Gaudette about to leave his third NHL team in 6 years. That's not fantastic.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Gaudette, he's been, I would say, the most top 10 best bottom 6 player in the league. Even though his numbers aren't really that fantastic, but we would expect a bottom 6 numbers of Gaudette, but he's young.
He's young. He's good on the face-off circle. Yeah, he's only 25. He had 14 points last year in 58 games. I know what you're saying, and don't really want to focus on statistics much when talking about the certain player, but he's fine for any bottom 6, primarily any fourth line. He's fine.
Okay. All right, so we got some Bruins news, and Grant, should I pull off the Crickets or we're all good? It's Jim Montgomery.
We are not pulling up no Crickets.
Okay.
No Crickets. This is a good hiring. Now listen.
Okay, yeah.
I would have rather kept Cassidy than put all my eggs in one basket and hire Jim Montgomery. But considering Trott's taking the year off, Paul Maurice gets hired, and Peter DeBoer gets hired, you really didn't have a better option than Jim Montgomery. Montgomery was the best option available. In 2 years with the Stars, he went well over 500. Well over 500. I actually think he led the Stars to the playoffs.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, before he stepped down due to personal issues. And I like the fact that he's coming back to Boston here. He fits the scheme well because Dallas and Boston are very similar types of rosters right now, and I do like his style of play. I think he's going to do fine. Hopefully the Bruins can give him some help this free agency. But, I think Montgomery's going to be fine for the most part. Again, I would have rather kept Cassidy. I think the Bruins would still be a shoo-in for the playoffs next year if they had Cassidy. With Montgomery, we're not going to necessarily have the but I do think he will end up, finding his place in Boston. And, if you win 40-plus games, you're probably going to make the playoffs in the East. So that's all I'm asking for out of him next year. 40 wins and just do what you can in the first round of the playoffs. And guess what? We'll take it from there. But it is a 3-year contract, so there's time to grow here. I like this signing. Again, I would rather kept Cassidy, but Montgomery's not terrible.
All right.
It's better than David Quinn. Yes. No. Thank you, Don Sweeney. That's the only good thing you've done this past year was hiring Montgomery over Quinn.
All right, so next topic. We got to give him the Crickets twice, and the crowd, you can have the opportunity to laugh if you would like. Cool? Cool. Ray Grant.
Oh, boy. I already know what's coming. Alex Leon, I feel sorry for you, man. AHL, simple solution. Fine him. Don't suspend him. Stupid. I know it's only 2 games, but stupid.
Okay, so I found proof from what Alex Lyon did. So when the time stops, when the players were just throwing their gloves, their sticks, and their helmets, he was flipping off to the fans.
Ow.
And that he was going to do it for the team picture with the Calder Cup.
I mean, whether he wants to be remembered in good history or bad history, he made history. He and his team made history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Again, I would fine him, suspend him. I mean, again, it's only 2 games, but suspend him, I wouldn't, because we see players in other leagues not get suspended for flipping off the crowd, and I mean, I know it's the AHL, it's a minor leagues, league, but still shouldn't necessarily be getting suspended for just flipping off the finger, unless he was, provoking the audience by, saying other stuff that might pump him up. Well, then I understand, but if he was just flipping off the crowd or whatever, just give him the $10K fine and move on.
Yeah, and it's not like Marcus Foligno, who flipped off, or I think it was someone else, but I know it's someone from the Wild.
Oh, that's right. They flipped off Evander Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he only got fined, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. If this was in the NHL, he definitely wouldn't have gotten a game suspension. But
so Red Wings hire Lightning assistant Derek Lalonde as their new head coach.
I think this is a little bit of a desperation move. They definitely need to fire their old coach. He was there for 7 years? It was about time they got rid of him. But
I was hoping Fedorov.
Yeah, they're taking an interesting approach here. They're getting a decent assistant on the league's best team. I don't know how that's going to work. I still think Detroit's a year or 2 out from competing, especially since I heard rumors, at least, that Tyler Bertuzzi might be on the trading block. So I don't know what's going to go on there, but, I know Dylan Larkin was battling injuries. Hopefully he'll come back strong next year. I think Detroit, they're getting close. I still wouldn't put them ahead, especially I wouldn't put them ahead of, Toronto, Tampa, Boston, or Florida just yet. But I think I can put Detroit over Buffalo, Montreal, Ottawa. The bottom feeders in the division. I don't know. Detroit's going to be weird next year. They might finish above 500. They might finish a game or 2 above 500, which means they'll just miss out on a wild card spot. We'll see what happens with them, though. This is one of those coaching hires that I'm intrigued by because I just don't know how he's going to do. I'm not too familiar with him.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them. Like the Red Wings would be okay. But since you mentioned about Bertuzzi game on the trade block, we have a certain player that the famous quote is done. But for now.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. But that's right, one of the legendary Power Skate quotes.
Back in season 1, no, season 2.
Season 2.
No, season 1. Season 1.
I thought it was 2. Yeah, whatever.
It was season 1, yeah. Okay, so we have to give this dude a round of applause, pretty much a long ovation, because this dude, a 2-time Stanley Cup champion and part of the Detroit Red Wings dynasty for a long time. We know who it is, our true nostalgia of the week, Pavel Datsyuk.
Red Wing legends are finding their way on here. I mean, last week we had Fedorov and the potential head coaching gig, and finally, Pavel Datsyuk retires from professional hockey at age 43. He's been playing in Russia since the start of the 2016 season. and he has officially decided to call it quits. So now we can finally begin the Pavel Datsyuk first ballot Hall of Fame case.
Yes.
2027, he's going in. And, I mean, Zetterberg will probably be in before then, but if Zetterberg isn't in before then, make sure you put Zetterberg and Datsyuk the same year, please, or else we will riot.
Yes.
But Zetterberg should be in beforehand because I'm going to probably riot beforehand if he's not.
Okay, and who's next in line to retire? Yager.
Yager's probably going to retire this offseason. That's what I was thinking also.
Yeah. But we will give a long-standing ovation for Yager because he's 59 and he's still playing hockey.
He's not 59, he's 50.
I said 50, 5-0.
Oh, I thought you said 59. I was like, hold on a second. I'm like, I know he's a fossil, but he's not a dinosaur. He's a dinosaur, but he's not a fossil. There we go. I said.
Okay. Let's see. Matthew Olivier, to CBJ.
Next.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
On that one. That's a
Bob Bugner is fired after 3 seasons.
This is rough because the Sharks, it seemed like they were so close to breaking the rebuild barrier, but now that they just fired their head coach, they may have just gone a year or two back. But honestly, I mean, Wilson was gone. You know, he resigned earlier on in the year. And, you know, if you want your new GM to roll with a new coach, then you got to do the right thing and, you know, fire the old boss's guy. I kind of get the situation here. Ballrunner, listen, he was well below 500. He wasn't a terrible coach, but the Sharks want to end their rebuild quickly. I do think firing this coach was a smart idea. The only issue is they fired him when all the good coaches got hired. So now I don't know who San Jose is going to get. I don't know if they're going to promote their assistant, promote their AHL coach, or they're going to go out and hire someone, but you know, way out in left field. But I feel like a lot of the coaches that was expected to get hired have been hired. And it made sense for San Jose to fire the coach, just not at the time they originally did it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Should have fired him a couple weeks ago so they could have had a chance at guys like Cassidy and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Nick Paul re-signed for 7 years. Crickets?
Yes and no. Yes and no. How do I explain?
I'll give the crickets first.
What's $22 million for Nick Paul is a fine contract because he had a phenomenal postseason. This was his breakout postseason. He was a solid role player in Ottawa. We knew he was a solid role player in Tampa Bay. This playoff showed it, especially in the first 2 rounds against Toronto and Florida. But 7 years. You're going to re-sign a player for 7 years off of one playoff run. That's the only complaint I have. If this was like a 4-year deal worth around $15 million, I would say this is a beautiful contract. I would have 0 complaints. Tampa Bay would still not run into cap issues down the road. Nick Paul is, again, he is a solid player, but he's already 27. And you just signed him for another 7 years?
He's going to be 34.
You signed a player to a 7-year contract where he hasn't even reached 100 career points? Pushing it. Again, the money is not necessarily terrible. It's the length that will make this contract an anchor when you try to trade him 4 to 5 years down the road.
So for that, you should sign him to a 3-year deal.
Yeah, 3-4 years would have been
if
perfect.
he did better with the next 3 years, give him a 4-year deal,
right.
and then if he gets like 70 or 80 points, I'm just saying in a top six role, which I think there's an opportunity for that during this length, we will see.
Yeah, but right now I'm looking at the length, and 7 years is too long. You sign him to 3-4 year deal, that's perfect. But
Okay,
not to discredit Paul. He deserved a pay raise, but I think a little too much.
Okay, so all right, so I've got a interesting sound effect about the Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Rick Bowness is hired from the Winnipeg Jets, and we need to hear.
I'm going to say, let us go. Are you for real? I don't have to take my headphones off? I said, let us off. No, you keep them on, buddy. I want to drive this right through your skull. Me and my Timus. And my other Timus. Let's go! Skulls for desperate measures.
We got the Jesse Pollock special, eh?
Yes.
I was like, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I was like, why am I watching a bar down clip? But then I remembered, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Jesse's going to scream, let's go. And honestly, yeah. So once Montgomery got hired by the Bruins, literally like an hour before Bonus got signed by the Jets, Winnipeg got the best coach left. And that's what I'm saying. Now San Jose is out of luck because they literally don't have a coach to hire right now.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, Winnipeg nailed that hiring. I know they wanted Trotz, but Bonus isn't terrible. I mean, remember, he made a cup appearance, so I won't discredit him.
So for the Rangers, Kopp and Strum may test free agency, and Julian Gauthier and Alexander Georgiev both confirmed that they're requesting a trade out of Broadway.
I mean, Gauthier, they already signed him to a 1-year deal. That's going to be a sign and trade at the draft. Goriev, I mean, he knows he's solid. It's just he knows he's never going to be able to beat out Igor for the starting job. And I respect that in a way. You know, you can go to a team like Toronto, Carolina, a team that needs goalie help. And you can get more minutes. Or the Capitals. You can get more minutes. And I respect that. Maybe even Buffalo. Like, I respect where he's coming from. He respects that Igor is better than him, and he's just like, that's okay. I understand you don't have a spot for me on this roster right now other than that backup goalie. Please trade me. I don't want to waste my prime behind this guy. I think that's respectful in a way.
Yeah. Alexei Turobchenko had underwent shoulder surgery. Sorry, we'll turn about mid-December. Next.
Well, sucks. Blues are having difficulties with the injury.
All right. Brock Besser, 3 years, $19.95 million.
Is this what we're gonna say? Ladies and gentlemen, Brock Besser, after a 23-goal and 23-assist season, is now officially taken off the trading block. Off the trading block. It was dumb from the beginning, and the buffoonery comes to an end. You lock him up for 3 years, under $20 million in total salary for a guy who's 25, coming off 3 very successful seasons. Incredible. Absolutely incredible contract. You got him for cheap. It's going to pay dividends in the end. I promise you, Vancouver.
Hold on. Oh, I forgot.
We got to find the clip. Where is it?
You get him.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
The trade block. What are you doing? You have a team. Vancouver has struggled for about the past.
Guys, I'm sorry. We're having issues with audio, so we're gonna try to get the share. I'm so dumb. All right, we'll be back. We're pretty much all set up and ready to go. So yeah, with that, here is the video.
Get him. Yeah, you get him off the trade block. What are you doing? You have a team. Vancouver has struggled for about the past 3 or 4 years. They were awful. They finally have sculptured a playoff team, and now they want to trade away the best player. It's like when we talked about Johnny Gaudreau a couple weeks ago. You do not trade away your star forward at this time. You just don't even touch him. You don't even bring him up in the news. You just keep him and just keep on trying to win and build a team around him. That's what I think.
You don't even put him in the news. Yeah, just stop it. Just stop the nonsense. Get him off the trade block. First line right winger. He was 23 years old at the time when I said that, and they wanted to trade him. I mean, thank God Vancouver fired Jim Benning, man. They're in a bad spot now, and they would have been in an even worse spot. Mm-hmm. By the way, I called Besser the best forward on the team. I lied. Sorry, Elias. Bosser is close second, but I don't know. I think nowadays Elias and maybe Bo Horvat have surpassed that praise. But regardless, at the end of the day, you get Besser off the trade block. You get him out of the news. You make sure you don't touch your franchise forward that you selected with the 23rd overall pick in the draft. You don't touch him. Oh, and that was after he won the Art Ross too in 17-18.
Yeah, at least this is not like Taylor Hall, a Taylor Hall guy.
Just like Edmonton, if they were to trade Taylor Hall like 2014 or 2015, it would have been like, get him off the trade block right now.
Yes. Yeah. All right, now we're all squared away. We don't have to worry about Brock Besser leaving. So
watch it be a sign and trade somehow.
Oh, good God. We're gonna riot. We're gonna riot. And this video will live rent-free on the Canucks.
Oh, boy. I go on a firing rampage in Vancouver if they got Besser.
Yes. So, Julian Gauthier, 1 year, $800K deal. Tennyson has been placed on unconditional waivers due to a contract termination. He's like a depth guy.
Devils nostalgia! Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Don't care. Next. He's an AHL defenseman nowadays.
We now have a trade McDonough. It's a cap dump for Philippe Myers.
That's interesting. I like the seal for both teams. Because, Nashville gets the better player. Roman Josi is going to have someone to play next to, or they keep Ekholm on the first D line. They move McDonough down to the second line. And Philippe Myers, they get a younger, cheaper version of the player they already have. Acquiring a player like Philippe Myers makes a lot of sense for a team like the Lightning to do. It makes a lot of sense. Let's just quickly compare stats. I think Myers, he didn't do terrible last year. But, yeah. Ryan McDonough, by the way, last year, 26 points in 71 games. You knew his production was declining, so.
Yeah.
It was smart to trade him while his contract was getting, tough to pay for.
Yeah. Okay, so the moment you guys have been here for, 2022 NHL Mock Drafts. So you guys may be asking, where are we going to do the coverage? Are we going to do it on the Pirate Skate Show YouTube channel or any of our channels or personal channels? For me, it's 50-50. We're still going to plan it out. Me and Grant will be together, so we'll call it Pirate Skate, but it will pretty much be on other of our channels, but for those who are wondering, we will cover it after the festivities. Like talk about the draft on a other time. But
Well,
you
yeah,
guys,
I mean, we're gonna be recapping the draft on Power Skate, so.
yeah. So like we will talk about the draft, but it's gonna be on different channels for those who are wondering. But we will advertise on our Instagram just to make it more sense for other people. All right, so we're doing the mock draft. So I pretty much already got mine on a list. So
All right. Well, I'm ready to
I'll-
start when you are, I guess.
Yeah, so I'll pull up mine. So
I did not make mine. I just did on my phone.
okay, so I did my mock draft, but I am going to post it on the day before the NHL draft starts on my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna go through the list, and I'm gonna do a little bit explanation for the players that I know that I've watched on YouTube, and then we will go on from there. So first overall, Shane Wright. So Shane Wright, this man needs no introduction since pretty much 98% of the mock drafters put Shane Wright on number 1 overall. He's been the consensus number 1 overall pick since he played his first game in the OHL. He had an exceptional status with the Kingston Frontenacs in 2019. So we knew that he's going to be a number 1 overall. Number 2, I got Brad Lambert from New Jersey. Haven't watched him a little bit, but he seems. However, for Brad Lambert, he's from Finland. He may have a Capo Caco type style, but since he's from Finland, and he's 6 feet tall, so on his progress reports, or he has a high skill IQ on both sides of the rink. So he's a center and a wing. He can play anywhere with replacements. If they lose someone in the off season, then like he can cover that someone to be a second overall pick. For Arizona, I got David Jiricek. He's a forward, and he can pretty much play a little bit until anything happens. Matthew Savoie, I love Matt Savoie. He plays for the Winnipeg Ice. And fun fact, his birthday is on New Year's Day. So
there you go.
So he's a center. He can help out Matty Beniers and Jared McCann. So and his stats for this year: 65 games with 35 goals for 90 points, and a plus 54 rating.
That's very solid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Kraken should pick a forward. I agree with that.
Yes. Philadelphia, I picked Logan Cooley from the U.S. National Team Development Program. I feel like that, personally, that Philadelphia always goes with the USA program guys in the first round, like in the top 10 pick. Like they got Cam York, for example.
I'm about to say Cam York
Bobby
was the
Brink.
most recent one. Yep.
Yeah. So it will not be a surprise that Philadelphia may go for another USA program type guy. For Columbus, I got Juraj Slavkovsky from the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's I think he's from Russia, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Columbus, he can be a solid forward. Pretty much around the middle of the line type guy at the start, but he'll be a good future player going forward.
Wasn't that the Seth Jones pick that Chicago traded away?
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.
So next from Ottawa, I got Daniella Yurov. He played in the KHL. So on his elite prospects, as I'm looking, he's a right wing from Chelyabinsk, Russia. He had a good playoffs, but did not register any points with 19 games. And he did not register a point in regular season, but in 23 games in the low A level of the KHL, 23 games for 36 points plus 22. Not bad, but as we look, well, you won't look, but on his elite prospects profile, since he did not register a single point in the regular season and the playoffs for a long limited KHL season and the playoffs, he can be a good replaceable player going forward for Ottawa. For Detroit, I got Simon Nemec. He also played for the Olympics for the Russian ice hockey team. He's a defenseman. I feel like Detroit is going to pull another defenseman off their slots since Simon Edvinsson might emerge within the next year and a half. So they're going to be prepared to get another defenseman to have another, to have one more of a rebuild with Simon Nemec. Buffalo, I got Connor Geekie. I think he's related with Morgan Geekie.
I'm about to say he might be.
So for Buffalo, I feel like that they're going to take another center for Buffalo because since Connor Geekie is capable playing anywhere on the forward line, it'll be great to help Buffalo getting better going forward. Anaheim, I got Joakim Kernel. 11 for San Jose, I got Jonathan Lekramaki. At 12th overall for right wing, I got Ivan Miroshchenko. I cannot pronounce his last name. If you guys
Let me just say, Columbus with 2 top 12 picks, they could trade up. And they could move up inside the top 3, no sweat. Keep an eye out for Columbus on draft day.
Anyway, 13, I got Noah Ostlund from the Islanders. Frank Nazar from the U.S. program to Winnipeg. Ty Nelson, he's a defenseman, so pretty much Vancouver are expecting to have a defenseman on their hands. Ryan Chesley as well for Nashville. Seamus Casey as well for Dallas. Elias Salomonson for Minnesota. Now, Washington, they're going to pick Rucker Mcgrody. I love Rucker Mcgrody. He's a solid forward. As I'm looking up on his elite prospects, Rucker Mcgrody, he is going to play for University of Michigan. And, for his stats in the World Juniors, which I think that they're coming back next month, I believe. He had 6 games, 8 goals, 1 assist for 9 points, plus 8.
Wow. That's pretty good statistics for such a short span.
Yeah. And for the juniors, with the U18 team, 25 games, 33 points, plus 24. Solid numbers for Rucker Mcgrody, even though it's a late first round pick, but he is also a center and a right wing. So basically, TJ Oshie is getting old, and And Kuznetsov is almost, but he's still in his prime. Capitals need centers on their organization or right wings. So McGrody would most likely be a right winger during his time with the Capitals. For Pittsburgh, I got Denton Matachuk. Anaheim, Tristan Luneau.
Oh, there's the Hampus Lindholm trade.
Yes. St. Louis, I got Ruslan Gazizov. Minnesota, I got Marco Kasper. And the reason why I picked Marco Kasper to Minnesota is that Marco Rossi and Marco Kasper are both from Austria, and they're both centers. So, to make it even better to have a good chemistry with Rossi and Kasper, we kind of see it there. Isaac Howard to Toronto. Jack Hughes, number 2. Don't think about Jack Hughes getting redrafted because he's already drafted. Another Jack Hughes to Montreal. Liam Algren to Arizona. And I got Jimmy Snuggerud from Buffalo. Pavel Minyukov to Edmonton. Owen Pickering to Winnipeg. I think it's one of the Andrew Kopp trades.
Yeah, it's the Andrew Kopp trade probably, or the Trouba. Actually, no, it's probably not.
It's one of them, guys. It's one of them. Simon Forsmark to Tampa and Alexander Paravolov to Arizona. And that is my mock draft.
Good job, Alex.
Thank you, appreciate it. All right, what you got?
Brad Flood don't have no mock draft, all right? He pays way more attention to minor league hockey than I do. So, I will say though, Montreal, you gotta draft Shane Wright first overall though. Incredible talent. You knew he's been going first overall since 2020. Just stop. Pair him up with Caulfield. Just get the youngins all together. Martin St. Louis will be a fine coach if you draft the right players. Just don't pass up on Shane Wright because, again, you've been the projected number 1 pick in the draft for the past 2 years, and you don't draft him, that kind of makes you look bad.
Yeah. All right, so I'll say we'll do one more side, but it's pretty much everyone's favorite. We'll do a little bit 5 players free agency predictions. We were going to do it for like 2 months. We didn't even do it because some important news going on with the NHL and the business that kind of stood aside from us. But you guys pretty much wanted it. We're doing it. So we'll do the top 5 players, and then when we hit the NHL draft, we'll try to do a pre-draft show to get the whole important free agencies out of the way, and then when we're on commercial break, we'll get to the good stuff. Cool? Cool. Alrighty. NHL free agency. And for those who are wondering, July 16th is free agency day. Think about we may not do it on the Paris Gay Show YouTube channel, but we may do it on our other channels. So
I mean, it is on a Saturday, luckily, so
yeah,
I might do a live reaction for that. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll get the big 5 out of the way. Evgeny Malkin.
Pittsburgh. He's not leaving. Stop this. He's gonna sign like a 3 or 4 year cheaper deal with the Penguins, but he's staying. There's no way he leaves. It's just like last year. You knew Ovechkin was re-signing with the Capitals. We know Malkin's staying in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. All right. How about Mr. PK Subban? Hold on before I get. He's 33 years old. Last year he had 5 goals, 17 assists for 22 points. His last cap it was $9 million per year. Will he re-sign with New Jersey? Yes or no? I'll let you start.
You know, he's probably going to stay a free agent for a while, considering he is not the player he once was in his prime. I know the Maple Leafs were interested in him a long time ago. I think that was about a year ago. I don't know if they're
A year and a
interested
half.
in him anymore. Literally, I know teams like Montreal, like a reunion with them, Toronto, another team I think was Calgary. Like all these teams have showed interest in Subban, but I felt they never made a trade because the salary cap was just way too high. This is going to be the chance for one of those teams to sign him. I see PK Subban going to Calgary on a 2-year deal.
Do you know what I would think for PK? He should go to ESPN.
Become a full-time analyst? I don't blame you. That's probably better than what he's going to be producing on the ice the next couple of years anyway.
Oh, wait, hold on. Since I brought up PK Subban.
Oh, what he did the other day.
Oh, yes. We got to show it. Hold on. I'm going to pull up the video. You guys know who he's pretty much referring to. Right?
Well, I know anyway.
Our nostalgia of the week, Don Cherry.
Rehire him.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes.
Goes out here, now look at this. He goes out here, you do that, and I'm telling you, back in the day when we had Semenko and these guys, they took care of that stuff. PK, he's a good player. I mean, he's no Bobby Orr. He's a good player.
He's no Bobby. He ain't no Bobby Orr.
Oh, I like Tom Cherry. Man, I miss him.
Bring him back.
We should.
All right, Claude Giroux. Will he re-sign with Florida? Yeah, I would say he would.
It would make sense for him to. I know, again, a lot of Canadian teams, Montreal and Ottawa in particular, have interest in Giroux. But, yeah, I'd say Florida makes more sense. And Florida's going to re-sign him to, like, a 5-year contract as well.
Yeah.
Florida has the cap space to bring him back, so if they don't, they're just stupid.
They're cup or bust with Giroux.
It's literally cup or bust with Giroux because, at the time Giroux's contract then expires, and that means guys like Huberdeau and Barkov will be in their 30s, and then what are you going to do with their contracts? You got to win soon, Panthers. Time's running out on y'all. Get rid of Bobrovsky. Let Spencer Knight take over the show and take it from there.
Mm-hmm. Phil Kessel. You know what? Hold on before you say anything. I kind of see him go to a team. Go back to Toronto.
I can see it. I don't think he will, but I can see it. I think Kessel, he's going to sign a 1-year deal, I'd imagine. I mean, yeah, I could see him going back to Toronto or Pittsburgh.
Or
Florida. Signing with the Wild.
Or
I think he'll go a 1-year deal with Minnesota.
Or maybe like...
maybe Winnipeg?
Jesse's going to have a party.
Jesse would have a party.
Yeah. So.
Blackhawks, but they're not in contending mode, so.
Mm-hmm. All right, Chris Letang. I kind of see him go to a team like pretty much needs defense, like Seattle or.
He's gonna go down the Duncan Keith route.
Yeah, probably like a Duncan Keith route, like a team like Seattle or Detroit or Montreal. Pretty much be like Shea Weber.
Yeah, I mean, I can also see Letang retiring because I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, his speed over the past few years is just. It's been on a steady decline, his physical play also. But yeah, I mean, I would retire if I was Letang if I don't re-sign with Pittsburgh, but he probably won't. And I'll say he signs a 1-year deal with the Canadiens. We'll go with that.
Yes. All right. 9:17 Eastern Standard Time, and if it's 6:17 for those who are watching on the Pacific Coast, congratulations.
You made it through another episode.
Yes. Alright, with that, do you guys want to follow our personal social media accounts? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow the Power Skate Show official for news, updates, when we go live, and all that good stuff? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow Floats of Sports Zone on his YouTube? Everything else, you guys know the drill. You guys know
You know what I'm doing tomorrow on my channel, right?
No.
Commentating the hot dog eating contest. You know, the whole Joey Chestnut.
Hold on, Grant King, can you repeat what you just said? I want to make it clear. Hold on, look. Can you repeat it one more time what you're doing?
Alright, so tomorrow I will be broadcasting the 2022 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest on my YouTube channel. What? Why crickets?
I'm just playing, but go ahead.
Nah, I just wanted to advertise that because it's gonna be a once in a lifetime stream.
Oh god, Nathan's
Hot dog eating contest.
Hot Dog Eating Contest 2022. Okay. Look, Nathan's famous. Isn't it like a 4th of July thing? Or?
Yeah, they do it every 4th of July.
Oh,
It's
cool.
on tomorrow at noon on ESPN3.
Well, guess what? I'm going to a baseball game, baby. Baltimore
good.
Orioles.
Are you going to the Orioles game tomorrow?
Yeah, I want to know who are they playing.
You're going to the game tomorrow and you don't even know who they're playing?
I forgot. They're playing against Texas.
Don't lose 30-3 this time. Wink. That game was like years ago.
That was the worst game that I ever watched on YouTube. Okay, anyway. You guys got to hear our plans for 4th of July. We want to wish you guys an amazing 4th of July. Yeah, go grab a hot dogs, go grab some burgers, you can go grill, shoot fireworks. You know the drill. I'm gonna have the time of my life in downtown Maryland, and we will have a great time. Grant, would you like to end anything else before we head off?
Make sure you wear all your Canadian stuff tomorrow. Nah, I'm playing. Have a good holiday, everybody. It should be a lot of fun.
Keep the camo.
Sit back, relax, enjoy some baseball. I don't know. Maybe some random hockey trade will happen tomorrow. But you never know. I mean, we'll still be posting. Although it will be extremely busy tomorrow, I'll at least still be posting. So, if anything happens, that's why you follow Power Skate and Bloodster.
Yes, and probably next week we'll do a best moment tournament, like we did last year.
Yeah, we should.
Who will the game 1 2021 playoffs reaction will hand over the keys to for 1 year? We'll find out once free agency starts.
I'm trying to think. What was the most memorable Power Skate Show moment from this year? I'm trying to think.
But you'll guys find out.
Well, I'll have to come up with some options. I think I might know. Oh, I know.
We're referring to the Canadians as frauds.
That. Also, Laurie Korpikoski coming back.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking that's another moment. I don't know. We'll have to brainstorm ideas again. Go vote on the Instagram when those come out.
Yes. All right. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends. Have a nice 4th of July tomorrow. We'll see you guys on the NHL Draft, probably on this channel or on our other channels, but we will let you guys know. We'll see you guys on the next Press Show episode. Have a good night, everybody.